up to now?
We are up to revising the wedding list for the printer.
Oh, good. We haven't revised the wedding list since yesterday.
When you plan a big wedding, there are a few details to attend to.
Do you think you might be far enough along so that you and I can take Tony out to dinner tonight?
No, there's no chance.
I see. Well, I'm sure that Tony is going to be very disappointed.
I don't see why we have to fawn over him just because he's rich.
Expensive presents.
I'm sorry. I guess I am a little on edge.
Well, I can certainly see that the engagement period belongs to the girl.
What do you mean it belongs to the girl?
Well, you obviously have no time for your fiancé. But, I understand.
Some understanding.
Mm-hmm. Tony's here now.
When you have a big wedding, there are many details, and they do take time.
Naturally, that's time that would normally... I understand.
Well, I have to do the shopping and the inviting and the planning and go to the showers and the hair appointments and the dress fittings and the meetings.
I said I understand.
That sort of understanding causes wars.
Smile.
Glen. Hello. I'm Katy. Gosh, it's good to see you. Same room, Katy?
Yeah.
Same room, fellas.
Is that all, Tony?
Two of the boys are on vacation. How's the happy couple?
Happy?
I must say, you're looking chipper, Tony.
Well, I ought to. I've discovered the secret of tension-free living.
Tension-free living.
What's that?
Psychoanalysis.
I hate to disappoint you, Tony, but I'm afraid it's already been discovered.
Now, don't scoff.
Yeah, I agree. It's a well-known fact that those who scoff the loudest need it most.
I thought it over, and I decided I'd kill two birds with one stone. Now, that's interesting. Wonder what I have against birds.
I thought it was just a saying.
Nothing is just a saying, Katy. I think I'll make a note of that for my next session with the doctor. Death wish for birds. Anyway, I wanted to see you before the wedding, and my analyst is in Washington for a convention,
You
so...
see him even during a convention?
Oh, no. I mean, unless there's an emergency. It gives me a great feeling of security to know we're both in the same city.
Why did you start this?
Why don't you, open your wedding present? It may help answer your question.
I'm not sure Katy has time to open a present.
Thank you. I do have time for important things.
Well, wait till you see what it is.
May I have a look? What is it?
A portrait of me.
You?
Before analysis. A 20th century man completely fragmented.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
It's only been 3 weeks. But I've gained amazing insight. My whole subconscious has suddenly been liberated. I'm free as a bird. Bird? Birds again. Birds are very symbolic. I think they represent ultimate emancipation.
What do you suppose people represent to birds.
Glen, I don't think they know we're here. Katy, do you love it?
Oh, yeah, it's a very thoughtful gift.
I wanted you to remember me as I was when we first met.
Well, I already see an improvement.
Still, the old Tony did have a certain charm.
I hope he hasn't lost it.
Father.
Tony. Oh, how are you?
Just marvelous. And you have never looked more beautiful.
Now I know you haven't lost your job. Oh, and that is you. I'd have known you anywhere.
Mother, were you on analysis?
No, not an analysis. In the hallway. I couldn't help but overhear.
Well, I have to go to work.
Oh, are you freelancing these days?
No, Katy's making a very hard job out of getting married.
I'm glad you appreciate the effort. You'll excuse me?
I wouldn't worry about it. According to informed psychology, the premarital period is just loaded with stress and strain.
So I've noticed.
We'll live through it.
Mere existence isn't the answer, Glen. Why not get help?
I'm afraid that's not for me.
Afraid? You said it. Resistance, Glen. How we all struggle against getting well.
I think I'll struggle against it a little longer.
Oh, hi there.
Oh, hello, Tony.
More wedding preparations?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
That's what I thought.
What do you mean?
Well, let me put it this way. And I'm only saying this because I'm very fond of both of you. Has anyone been paying any attention to Glen lately?
Of course they have.
We must recognize that a deep-seated subconscious resentment can be generated, which could continue throughout an entire married life.
Oh, I'm sure it's not as serious as that. But Glen has been somewhat ignored.
Well, since he won't go into therapy, has anyone organized a stag party for him?
Not that I know of. Oh, he did mention once he thought they were silly and juvenile.
Classic example, isn't it?
Of what?
The defense mechanism. No one has offered to do the one thing that can be done just for the groom, a stag party. So, hurt, wounded, cut to the quick, he says he doesn't want one.
What can we do to help?
Well, now that we've isolated the surface manifestations, we can treat the neurosis. I will give Glen a stag party,
You will?
but I'll need your help.
Oh, I'll do anything at all. I think a stag party is a very good idea.
A stag party to end all stag parties. You'll come out of this a new man. Aggressions removed, ego restored. A night of glorious therapy.
Hi.
Hello. Coffee?
That sounds like fun.
Fighting me.
Try not to. Well, now, how are you?
Just fine.
Good.
You?
Oh, okay, I guess.
Good. Have you seen Tony?
Yes, oh, he went to bed.
Oh, did he say anything?
He said good night.
That's all?
Oh, some nonsense about a big stag party.
Oh, that sounds nice.
Nice. Who needs it? It's nonsense.
Oh, it's not nonsense. It would be good for you.
Did you put Tony up to this?
How can you say that?
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? To show me a good time so that you won't have such a guilty conscience?
Glenn, if you think I'm going to beg you to go to a party that someone is giving in your honor...
All right, fine. Let's just forget the whole thing.
All right, let's forget it.
Now, if you feel that strongly about it...
Please don't do me any favors.
I'm hardly doing you any favors.
I've noticed.
Look, if it would make you feel better, let Tony give me the party.
Oh, I'm very relieved. Thank you.
Oh.
I just want you to know I appreciate the great sacrifice that you're making.
Forget it.
Don't worry, I will.
Dum, 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 da, 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 dum, dum, da, dum, dum. Good morning.
Good morning, Tony. Have you seen Glen?
He left a little while ago for his office. Something about the government. Thanks to your help, he agreed to the Stag party.
So I've heard. I appreciate all you're doing, Tony.
My pleasure. I want to do everything I can to help you both over this emotional hurdle.
Thank you.
Though, I must say I would consider getting professional help. No offense. No? Well, no harm in trying. Let's start with the plans for the party. How does a 1920s motif strike you?
Fine.
With red velvet decor, it lends a voluptuous air.
Yeah.
And the waitresses can wear those little costumes, you know. No? Well, I think it adds a sort of festive note.
Well, I guess I thought there would be waiters.
Oh, sure. I'm gonna need your help. We've got to hire the cake girls.
Cake girls? To serve the pastry?
I mean to be pastry. The girls who jump out of the cake.
I thought a stag party was strictly for men.
That's the framework, the facade. But if it's going to have the proper purgative effect, you gotta have women. Otherwise, what good would it do? I mean, to ignore the underlying psychological aspects of a stag party would be to negate its fundamental psychiatric basis.
What's that?
To root out the last fling syndrome.
Last fling syndrome?
Right. And you can't root that out without pretty girls. Doubts about two of them.
Neither have I. Will you two step forward, please?
No, I meant the first two.
What's your name, please?
Alma. I play the cordine. I have it in my car. I know all the songs on my cordine.
Thank you, dear. And you, miss. What's your name?
Loretta. What's yours?
Tony. Anthony, actually.
Do you play anything?
No, but I can tap dance on roller skates.
Good, that's just fine.
Can you skate or anything?
No.
Fine. I don't like to show off. All right, Katy?
I think if you let one girl play the accordion and the other tap dance on roller skates, you'll have a very nice little show.
Oh, sure, we could take it right to Broadway. I think you better let me do the casting. Now, then, you there, would you walk over here, please?
I'd love to, Anthony.
Did you see that, Katy?
Yeah.
Believe me, Katy, from a man's point of view, that surpasses a tap dance on roller skates.
Hello, Senator. Oh, you got the telegram already? Well, where Tony Parrish is concerned, money is no object. He's blanketing the whole town. All his invitations come by wire. Yeah. Oh, I wouldn't plan on getting home before dawn. If then. Well, he's having a huge cake baked. I think you'll be very interested in the filling. Right. I'll be looking forward to seeing you. Right, Senator? Goodbye. Hi, Katy.
Hello?
Well, still busy, huh?
No, busy.
I hear that you and Tony are planning quite some party.
Mostly Tony.
I'm really beginning to look forward to it.
So I heard.
Too bad you'll have to miss it.
Oh, it's your night to howl. Although it seems to me a little undignified, girls coming out of cakes.
In tights?
Mm-hmm. I did not think it would be quite so foolish.
Oh, well, what better time to be foolish and have a little fun than just before a wedding?
I don't see the connection.
Well, it's the last fling syndrome. Final chance to blow off a little steam before a serious commitment.
I thought it would be a little more adult.
Oh? Well, I don't think it's for kids. Besides, I thought you were a little more broad-minded.
I thought you were a little less so.
Glen here.
You're in his room, I think.
Good. Well, I signed up the girls.
Without the accordion player, I imagine.
You've heard one accordion player, you've heard them all.
What about the girl who tap dances on roller skates? Now that, I think, is a rare talent.
Oh, come on. Katy, when it comes to entertainment, we are well covered. I've heard the chorus of Call Me Polly.
Broadway musical?
Uh-huh. They'll fly down right after their curtain, be ready to go on about 1:30.
In the morning?
Oh, we'll just be getting rolling by then. You don't seem impressed.
Oh, I'm impressed.
Well, Glen certainly has taken hold of the whole thing, hasn't he? Like an old war horse, sniffing the battle from afar, champing at the bit, eager to get back into action.
A little too eager, that old war horse.
Oh, now, Katy, it's all just in fun.
Oh, is it? I believe his words were a last chance to blow off some steam before a serious commitment. Well, I really don't think he wants to get married at all.
My dear child, you can't fool your inner self. It's you who are worried.
I'm not worried.
Can you be sure? Really sure? You, know yourself that well?
What well? I know what I know.
Katy, the unconscious can be diabolically clever.
Tony, I don't even know what we're talking about.
Katy, everyone needs help now and then. A little guidance, insight.
Tony, I don't need psychoanalysis.
Let me help you. Let me call Dr. Roscoe. I know he'll see you.
I think you're being overly dramatic.
Am I? Comfortable?
Yeah, fine.
You were saying?
Well, I just don't like it. I don't like to talk when I can't see who I'm talking to.
We're really only having a conversation.
But from this conversation, you can learn my hidden motivations. The diabolic unconscious.
Diabolic?
I'm not just talking about a last fling. After all this time as a bachelor, does he really want to get married?
Well, he asked you, didn't he?
Yeah. But what about the unconscious hidden meaning in his behavioral pattern? Now, Tony told me all about the id, the ego, the superego.
Pardon me, but while I cannot, of course, discuss other patients, I will say that even in my rather wide experience, Mr. Parrish is unique.
Yeah, I agree.
Therefore, I suggest you dismiss completely any psychiatric observations he may have made.
Oh, but some of the things he said...
Premarital jitters are perfectly normal. No hidden meanings, nothing more or less than what they seem. Tensions and strains of an unknown new situation. That's all.
Truly?
Truly.
Well, I'm so glad.
However, I would suggest that you stop getting so involved in wedding details that your fiancé can't enjoy you.
Of course, you're right, Doctor.
Finally, as a purely personal opinion, I'd say that for your fiancé not to be very much in love with you, he'd have to be mentally aberrated. Or in layman's terms, off his rocker.
Thank you, Doctor. Goodbye.
Hi.
Hi.
What are you still doing up?
Oh, I was reading. I must have fallen asleep.
Uh-huh.
How was the stag party?
No. Fine. If you like that sort of thing.
You have lipstick on your collar.
Oh, well, those girls came out of that cake like rockets. They exploded all around me. You don't mind?
I don't mind. I feel I drove you to it.
You did. As a matter of fact, I'm glad. I'd forgotten what it was like to be a swinging bachelor. It's exhausting. It's not for me.
I promise I won't drive you to it again.
No? What brings about the change of heart?
Well, I've been analyzing the situation.
Well, for my part, I will welcome being ignored until the wedding. Except by you.
I promise I won't ignore you. Is that Tony?
I guess so. Thanks, fella. Just put him anywhere.
Nice party.
Now, this is my idea of a good stag party.
Psychiatrically speaking, what do you suppose he really meant by that?
Stay tuned for Here Come the Brides, coming up next on TV 39.